On the 28th of November, 2023 during the Global Prophetic Service, held at Shiloh Word Church Salama. The servant of God, Apostle Wisdom Michael Lubega gave a prophecy concerning the elections of the U.S.A. He said about the serious topic of abortion which will be a spark-off during elections. Let's watch.
So we should pray. Hallelujah. You are not understanding the things I know. I know very well. So there is also going to be a big campaign. Now, there has been a great revival in the U.S. And most of the revivals that are happening in Uganda have kicked from that country. But right now, this country, day by day, is dying. Day by day, it's dying. Now, how will you know this? How will you know this? How will you know this? I saw this, by the way, and I repeat it and I tell it to you. There is going to be a lot of political news everywhere and debates. But this specifically will be concerning with the LGBT, something like that, LGBT. And this will determine the next president of the US. That's how strong these guys have become. That's how strong these guys have become. And there also be motions, specifically in the campaigns, when these guys were campaigning, the Spirit of the Lord carried my eyes. And I saw two topics being discussed. I saw topics about this LGBT something, and I saw topics concerning abortion. Imagine. So I saw two topics being discussed. Two. And you see this. The main points that will make and that will trigger who will be the next president of the US will concern these two topics. How he will answer these two topics. Concerning abortion, because in that country abortion is okay. Whether they encourage it, it's good to abort. So how will this president that is coming in encourage the abortion thing? There is a law that is coming up in the abortion area in the US. Another law that is coming up in the abortion area. And the LGBT, shout hallelujah, I hear you.
Hallelujah.
I know not understanding these things. This I know, because you're not prophets. And you don't desire to be. If you desire, you could be perceiving everything. Go back in your village, collect all of them. Tell them the same things. Don't struggle with prophecies.
10 months later, the first Lari campaign held by Kamala Harris, her main topic was abortion, and she went ahead to post this on her social media platforms. And the two presidential candidates come together, and abortion was one of the serious topics discussed. Let's watch.
They have abortion in the 9th month. They even have, and you can look at the governor of West Virginia, the previous governor of West Virginia, not the current governor, who's doing an excellent job, but the governor before, he said the baby will be born and we will decide what to do with the baby. In other words, we'll execute the baby.
There is no state in this country where it is legal to kill a baby after it's born.
Nowhere in America is a woman carrying a pregnancy to term and asking for an abortion. That is not happening. It's insulting to the women of America. One does not have to abandon their faith or deeply held beliefs to agree. The government, and Donald Trump certainly, should not be telling a woman what to do with her body. I pledge to you, when Congress passes a bill to put back in place the protections of Roe v. Wade, as President of the United States, I will proudly sign it into law. But understand, if Donald Trump were to be reelected, he will sign a national abortion ban.
Well, there she goes again. It's a lie. I'm not signing a ban, and there's no reason to sign a ban, because we've gotten what everybody wanted. Democrats, Republicans, and everybody else, and every legal scholar wanted it to be brought back into the states, and the states are voting. And it may take a little time, but for 52 years, this issue has torn our country apart, and they've wanted it back in the states. And I did something that nobody thought was possible. Individual state is voting. It's the vote of the people now. It's not tied up in the federal government. I did a great service in doing it. It took courage to do it. And the Supreme Court had great courage in doing it. And I give tremendous credit to those 6 justices.
Disclaimer. Prophets never speak their mind, but only speak as instructed of the Lord. Shalom.